I have my coupons and my advertisements ready, and we're going to Harbor Freight. Okay, we're back from Harbor Freight. We got everything on our list except the 4-inch vise, which they were out of. And I spent $156.87 with tax. And I got a roll of duct tape because you need that. I got a new shop vac, 5-gallon. I haven't had one of those for quite a few years. I burnt one up and never replaced it. I got another 2-gallon sprayer because you can't have enough of those. I get tired of pouring out whatever's in there to put something else in. And I had a 3-gallon sprayer I tramped on the tip last year, and it was only $10 with a coupon, so probably cheaper than buying a spray tip at the hardware store. I got a pair of hard knee pads for when I go up on a roof to tar around the chimneys with my new chip brushes. I bought a security light that I'm going to put on the end of my deck for when we get out of the car, come home at night. I bought a 2-piece wireless security system for I'm going to aim at my back door to let me know if somebody's on the porch. I bought a wrist blood pressure monitor with a coupon for $12. I got 10 rolls of electrical tape because I ran out of that a while back. I bought 8-inch zip ties, a seat clamp, and these are the biggest. These are 36 inches bar clamps because I have some chairs that need glued. So that's what I got. I'm going to review each one of these and let you know how they perform. Stay tuned. I already have a video out there on a sprayer, so I won't be reviewing that here. You can look that up. 2-gallon Harbor Freight sprayer. I like them. These are the Hardy Mechanics gloves, synthetic leather palm, pretty flexible, good grip. I'm using a camera with the other one. Velcro closure, $3 with a coupon. I give this an A. Keep a pair in the glove compartment of your car if you stop and change the tire or whatever. Or just use them around the house. They might even be decent driving gloves. These are the hard cap knee pads. These were $3 with a coupon. And I kneeled on them, and they're nice and soft. I have to get up on a roof and I'll wear these when I go up to kneel on. That's really soft. Boy, you can put all your weight on there, even on sharp edges. Not have to worry about busting up your knees or tearing your pants. I give these an A. Next, we're going to check out the blood pressure monitor. So first I'm going to check my blood pressure with my 10-year-old monitor. The cuffing that's starting to wear out. And then we'll compare them. See what we get. 124/76. And now we'll see what's in the box from Harbor Freight. Blood pressure monitor, item number 62220. You get an owner's manual and a case, and inside the case you have the wrist unit with a cuff. First thing we'll do is open the battery compartment by putting our finger there and sliding it out and see that there are no AAA batteries in there. So now we'll go get some batteries from a drawer. I actually have Harbor Freight alkaline batteries, and I have to tell you that in the AA size at least, I did not think they were very good. I gave them a bad review. The best AA batteries I've found so far are Amazon's basic rechargeables. I have them in the camera now. I recharge them when I get bored. Honestly, they just last and last. This was 2 years old. I can run video forever and they just keep lasting. Amazon Basics rechargeable. Negative pole goes to the outside, positive pole goes to the inside. Then the instructions say press the power button to confirm your selection. There is no power button. There's a start button. I'll try that. That seems to have worked. None of the instructions for setting the date and time worked for me, so we'll go right to testing our blood pressure. We attached it according to the instructions, so we'll see what we get. (124/85). It's pretty close to what we got with the other one. Because I couldn't set the date and time according to the instructions, it went off all by itself, and I was able to set the year only. I'll give this a B, but it was $12 with the coupon, so I mean, you can take this traveling with you anywhere you want. Get to be my age, you got to keep track of this kind of stuff. Next, we're going to check out the wireless security alert system, item number 93068. I'm going to actually install this on my back porch, pointing towards the door. So if anybody gets up on the porch and comes to the door, that's when I'll be alerted. Because if I turn it the other way to see them coming, I'll get deer and cats and everything else. So that's my plan. But let's see what's in the box. Okay, what we got is the unit that sees what's on your porch, instruction manual, the alarm unit that stays in the house so the alarm is heard, three screws for mounting the pieces, and a platen to mark your wood or plaster surface to drill holes to accept the plugs and screws, and an instruction manual, owner's manual. We'll get into that. You'll need a little Phillips head screwdriver to open the battery compartment on these. This sensor unit takes a 9-volt. The alarm unit comes with a plug for direct current, 6-volt adapter type thing, which I'm not going to use, and a high, low, and off switch. This takes 3 C batteries. I had to go find some other devices to get C batteries. Didn't have any fresh ones, so hoping these are good enough to test. Okay, I've set the alarm unit on low in this room, and around the corner is the sending unit, which I'm now going to walk past and see what happens. There you go. That's on low. Somebody's at the door. Now we'll try it on high. Here we go again. There's somebody at the door. I guess as long as it keeps receiving, it'll keep the alarm going. I'll walk away and see what happens. And it stops. I like that. You don't have to shut the thing off. It just lets you know somebody's on the porch. I like it. That's an A+. Well, I'll change that to an A because there's no way to shut this sending unit off. I imagine that's a security feature because you don't want the people who are out on your porch to be able to just switch it off. So as long as you keep walking in front of it, it's going to keep ringing. There sits the alarm unit, my new security system. And here's my back door. And I've mounted it on the post out there. Now we're going to approach it, see what happens. So now, as intended, somebody walks up on my porch, they don't see the unit on that post. And you can hear it in the house. That's on low, by the way. I call that an A+. I'll know when somebody's on the porch. If they stop moving, it quits playing. If they move, it starts again. I like that. Terrific. I mounted it, we'll call it almost 5.5 feet, better part of 6 foot, up on this post. And the deer that I get out there in the yard and my garden and everything won't bother it. But humans coming to my back door, which is the only working door in the whole house, even though there are 3 other ones that are nailed shut, I'll know they're there. It knows I'm here. Every time that little red light comes on, it sees me and rings in the house. Love it. A++ for the money. Next we'll go into the solar security light. You'll be able to tell there's some creative photography on the box where this screen almost matches the size of the solar panel screen, the LED screen. So when you actually match them up side by side, yeah, the solar panel is a lot bigger than the LED screen. This is the 60 LED unit. They have a 36 LED unit. I'm glad I didn't get that, because although I will go outside and show you how bright it is later, I have to get it charged up first. But what comes in the box is this light unit with the sensor and the solar panel with a pretty decent long cord. Now, I did read reviews where some people had problems with water, moisture getting in and burning out the panel. And this seam along the top seems wide open, so I think I'm going to use some of the electrical tape that I bought to just seal that off with, just in case it isn't really waterproof, that I won't let the rain tempt it. The cord unraveled is like 15-16 feet. That's pretty cool. So you put the light where you need it and put the solar panel where the sun shines. You got quite a bit of line to work with. Pretty nice. The instructions plainly say to allow 3 days of full sunlight to fully charge the battery before using, and turn off the power switch. The power switch is a little bit tricky. It's located right here at the end of my thumb. I can't tell which way to turn it, pull it, push it, and the instructions, I think it's much more or less like a toggle switch, and it goes front to back. It doesn't go left or right, and it doesn't turn. Because I did move it once, and I've only had this hooked up like 8 minutes, and the frickin' light came on. Then your sensor sensitivity, how long the light stays on in the center, and how dark it has to be before it comes on. Those are all adjustable, and you just have to play with them so that, you know, if it's dusk and you want it to come on, it'll come on, or you have to wait till it's pitch black, or it won't come on if the neighbor's light's on, that kind of thing, because that'll all interfere with it. And how far away you want it to activate. There's all those adjustments are right there on the bottom. From past experience with electrical ones that I have on my garage over there, I got 2 of them. One of them's broken, the other one's not working. You do have to play with them to get them right. So those adjustments are right there also. So now, since I know it came on, I'm going to light it. And the battery's not charged, but you should be able to see how bright it is. And there you have it. This thing is out on a cloudy day. Plugged in about 8 minutes. And that sucker's pretty neat. I'll give this an A+. And that toggle switch does go side to side. It goes this way, center, and that way. it doesn't go back and forth like I thought. Okay, we're outside in the dark. We're going to test the brightness of our LED light. Only charged for about an hour on an overcast day. And I'm going to mount it over here so we can see to get out of the car. I'm up on the porch here, but you can see all it lights up the walkway. It's not super bright, but it will definitely keep you from tripping on a cat. And give warning to anybody coming that we're paying attention. I said, glad I got the 60 LED model. I don't think I would have been happy with the 36. And this this charges really well. Oh my goodness. Can't believe it's actually working with the amount of sunlight it got. So, again, an A+ on this one. $29.99 I believe it was. We can catch up with that in a later recap of the tail of the tape. We're going to look at the receipt. Now we're going to test the clamps on this bathroom scale. I do have to tell you, when you pick them up at the store, they're covered in some pretty funky lubricant. And I did have to wash my hands several times already today, carrying them out the store and going to a restaurant and then bringing them in the house. And so they do have some funky cosmolini stuff on there. The only way I can measure the capacity of this clamp, like I said, using this bathroom scale, but it's a lot that's going to depend on how strong your hands are. Now, my hands are not strong. I don't claim they are. I was in an accident. I don't have good nerve control in my right hand anymore. But just pumping this handle here, I now have 130 pounds of pressure. And that ought to be enough to glue chairs. So I'd give this an A. Give it an A+ except it's really greasy. Yeah, what? Probably get a little more out of that. 140. Now here's something I didn't know. The label says it's a clamp spreader. So there's no instruction manual. But I figured that out. I took the end off. You can see how the two ends are on here. I took the end off and I moved it down to the other end. That gray thing is a screw, thumb screw. So I unscrewed that and moved it down there and faced it away from the hand-operated trigger. So now that we know this is a spreader and how to use it, we're going to test those cable ties. We know that we had 140 pounds pressure on the scale. I can tell you that these suck beyond belief. I tested 4 of them, and I don't think I got 5 pounds of pressure. These get a pure F. Don't buy these cable ties. Useless. Now we're going to see what's in the box. Central Machinery 5-gallon wet dry vacuum blower. I don't think I'll be using it to blow, but I do need a vacuum. Item number 61317. So far we have 3 pieces of tubing and the unit itself and the cord. There's a real nice big rocker switch for turning it on. That's pretty nice. And collapsible handle. Everything else is inside the easy to open bucket. Here comes flexible hose. That looks to be about 5 feet, 4 feet. Owner's manual and safety instructions. Looks like a filter and some ends, some features. 4 caster wheel mounts. We've encountered our first problem. The squeegee feature and the brush feature was smashed in the packaging and probably rendered useless. I don't plan on doing any squeegeeing and brushing with it. I'm just sucking up stink bugs and whatever. So that kind of got messed up. Oh, that sucks. There's a dry filter bag. The 4 wheels. Those are going to go into casters. Some assembly required, but I don't think you need any tools. A wet filter. And a wet filter bag. And one more nozzle end for sucking up small areas and down cracks and stuff. Crevice tool. That's what they call it. A crevice tool. So there you have it. A 5-gallon bucket. Got the motor and the suction unit. 3 pieces of hard plastic tubing. Flexible hose. Casters, wheels. 2 filter bags. And a wet filter. And now we get to put it together. And I'll measure the length of that cord for you. The electrical cord on this is 9 feet. That's pretty nice. These wheel brackets just slip right on. I'll have to figure out how they stay on. We haven't gone to the instruction booklet yet. We're going to delay that as long as we can. The wheels just push right down in. Like that. Got all 4 of them on. I double-checked the parts list just to make sure, but they did not include any screws to permanently attach down through this hole to the bucket. They're not here. I suppose as long as you keep the unit upright, they don't have a reason to fall off, but if you pick it up and carry it around, for whatever reason, the wheel assembly will come right off. There is a place to permanently screw that into position, but no screws were provided. There's a drain plug in the bucket, which is pretty nice. Run that into a floor drain or something if you're picking up water. Right now I can't foresee myself using anything but this sponge filter. What I'm going to be using this for. And that goes over top of the bottom of that motor. The latches on the side are pretty easy to use for securing the motor to the bucket. My goodness, the hose is only a foot shorter than the electrical cable. That's probably 8 feet, and we have those extension pipes to go yet. My goodness, the tip of that unit right there is 18 feet from the wall socket over there behind that flower next to the door. That's impressive. You get to see the mess I made out of unpacking everything. Well, now I can clean it up with this. Here in the instructions it says number 29 is screw for attaching caster supports. Down here it says note screw 29 not shown. Not only is it not shown, it was not included. So find your own or let them fall off every once in a while. Your choice. There you have the Central Machinery 5-gallon wet dry vacuum blower. I didn't test the blow on it. I guess you hook the hose up over here if you want to blow with it. Pretty easy to reverse from suck to blow. Just change the holes. But I don't have anything to move around with a blower. So I'll give this a B+. It has sufficient vacuum. Doesn't say how many amps it is or anything, or how, horsepower, that kind of thing. It's just what it is, and it's got enough suck to get the dirt off the floor, that's for sure. And water's not that hard to pick up, so we'll give this a B+. If they would have stuck the screws in there, might have gave it an A. But it has a real nice reach. I mean, you can get around with it. The electrical tape seems to work pretty well. I like the amount of stick and the stretchiness to it, get nice and tight. It doesn't have a real shiny plasticky feel to it like some brands. So I think this is pretty nice. And I have enough of it I can throw one in my neighbor's yard. He thinks extension cords and duct tape, electrical tape fall out of the sky. I feel kind of sorry for him. He's always trying to fix something up with the wrong tools, so every once in a while I just throw something in his yard and he'll find it. So that's where one of these rolls is going to go. Got to give back, pay it forward kind of thing. And finally, this is the box of 36 chip brushes. 2-inch, $9.99 with the coupon. Each one got a little plastic thing on there. But what I like these for, not only do they go out to the garage with me, but I use them for basting and stuff in the kitchen. It's pure bristle. Run through some soapy water and rinse it out good. And keep this in a drawer with your other gadgets. And if it gets a little funky with tomato sauce or something like that, throw it away and get another one. Comes down to 28 cents per unit. You can't do that good anywhere else. So this gets an A+. So what we got in our shopping trip at Harbor Freight today was a wet dry vacuum blower for $39.99, a 2-gallon home sprayer for $9.99, save $5 with a coupon, a 60 LED security light for $29.99, 36 chip brushes for $9.99 with a coupon, the worthless black tie, zip ties, cable ties for $1.99 that get thrown away. 10 rolls of electrical tape for $4, more than I'll ever need in the rest of my life. Those hard cap knee pads for $3. My goodness, they're going to be worth $3 for sure. Those mechanics gloves that are pretty nice for $3.99 with a coupon, save $2. The security alert system for $12.99 we had a lot of fun with. They're going to let me know when my neighbor's on the porch and if anybody else shows up at the house. A little duct tape you have to have. The wrist monitor, blood pressure wrist monitor, was $15.99 minus $4 with a coupon, $12. Seems to do the job pretty well. The C-clamp, which I didn't test, that's pretty obvious what it does. The ratcheting bar clamps / spreader were $6.99 on sale. And that totaled $148.89. Steak gets $8. And I think we did pretty good at the Harbor Freight this trip. I got a lot of work to get done now. I got to go out and start cleaning up the garage. Make room for all this stuff.